What is good, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another one chunk at a time, Iron Man number 19. Genuinely much love to you all. I appreciate all the support you guys have been showing to me. Let's get this video to 1,500 likes. I know it is easy for you all. I hope you guys did all enjoy the double feature last weekend. Put a lot of time and work into that, and things have been really awesome, and so much growth on the channel, on the account recently. It's genuinely awesome to see. The whole squad wanted to come hang out for the intro for some reason, so here we are. If you are new to the channel, definitely hit the subscribe button. You know, helps me out. We're one of the fastest growing channels right now in the OSRS community, and as always, if you are not in the clan chat, definitely join the clan chat. Just type in my name, Chunkislad, and there you are. So before we get into this episode, I know there have been a lot of people asking me to take the time to explain a little bit further what we are doing in each chunk that we go for. Well, I think today is the perfect time, because unlocking Berthorpe is one of the biggest possible chunks that we can unlock, for me to exactly show you what we have to do and why we have to do it. So for the next couple of minutes, we are going to go ahead and explain everything that we will need to be doing in Berthorpe now that we are. As mentioned, Berthorpe is one of the most expansive chunks that we could possibly unlock, because it does unlock a massive Slayer challenge for us. We do need to get to 85. If not higher. We will be discussing that next video. Don't want to tackle that this video. Don't want to put too much content in here for right now. So Berthorpe, what does it mean? What do we need to do? So chunk specifically in Berthorpe, the actual chunk of Berthorpe, there's only two things that we need to do. There is the Graceful outfit, which we already have, and then the Rogue's outfit as well, which I can get at some point. I'll probably get the Rogue's outfit towards the end of the grind, but we're not going to do that right now simply because we don't need it. It is going to be nice to have, especially when we go back and do Master Farmers at some point. Now for the more important and exciting things, 85 Slayer, the non-chunk specific stuff. Obviously, we are going to be starting our 85 Slayer grind. Well, we have already started it. First and foremost, we need to get all best in slot items for us and any uniques. Not all uniques are on this list, but I did put the majority of them and the most important ones that we will be highlighting as we get them as well. So obviously we need the Leaf-Bladed Sword from Turlots. That will be our best in slot once we get that. Leaf-Bladed Battle Axe, that will be our best in slot until we get a whip, and best in slot Crush for a long time, which will be very useful for some upcoming grinds. From Wyverns, we'll need the Dragon Legs or the Skirt and the Granite Legs. We will also be doing Grotesque Guardians to the best of my ability. I genuinely don't think they'll be that tough, since we'll have the gear for the most part to do them. We'll need all of the Grotesque Guardian uniques except for the Tourmaline core, because that would just sit in our bank until we have Bandos Boots. Once we do have Bandos Boots, we'll go back and get the Tourmaline core if we don't have it by the end of having all other uniques from Grotesque Guardians. And then, most importantly, we need the Abyssal Whip, obviously. That's the whole point to all of this. On our 85 Slayer grind, we will also come across Slayer secondaries, such as the Colored Mystic sets, the Light and Dark. We can get both of them to completion, so we will be working on doing that. We will have to get both of those fully before we can roll a new chunk. We will have to get all of the boots. I already have bronze and iron from Slayer monsters that I've done in the past. We'll have to get steel through rune as well. Unfortunately, we don't have access to dragon boots yet, which would be really nice, but we just don't have them quite yet. And then heads/hands. I'm going to be going for them on this grind, but I don't necessarily need them because I can't process them at this point. I don't have teak or mahogany logs, which you do need to process all of them. And then the abyssal head, I don't need to worry about technically, because it is over a 1 in 5k drop. It is 1 in 6k. So we will be going for that eventually, but we'll get as many heads as we possibly can. Lastly, the skilling grinds that will be started, these are the ones that I have found. There may be others. If somebody knows of one, please tell me about it. We will need to start a 95 fletching grind, because on our Grotesque Guardian grind, we will come across both dragon arrows and dragon dart tips. You can fletch darts even without having the Taurus trap done. You just can't smith them, and those require 95 fletching. So we'll need about 36 million GP for broader arrows to get that done. And then a grind that I've been working towards on the side here for a long while is farming. We are very soon going to have 48 farming for watermelons, and once we have those, we will need to process those watermelons into a summer pie, which does require 95 cooking, which we can get with a 5+ boost with the Chef's Delight. Still in question, Cerberus. We will be discussing this a little bit more next episode. If you have any suggestions on Cerberus, I'm more than happy to hear them this episode, but I'm more so looking to talk about that next episode where we can really take a deep dive and look at Cerberus and see what we want to do as a community on Cerberus. I don't have a solid answer on Cerberus quite yet because it is a little bit trickier than you might think. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. You've got to be kidding me. Did I really just get a dragon spear from a sour hog? My gosh. Can I spec one of these big fellas? I don't think so. Yeah, they're too big. That's crazy, though. A nice little dragon spear on the account. I guess now all we need is the dragon square half, which is cool, but that you could have asked me 1,000 things that were about to drop, and I would not have told you a dragon spear. That's crazy. Well, finally, after about 6 or 7 rounds of tutorial skipping, where I got all the way up to 9 tasks, and then Chowdar gave us a task we couldn't do because I haven't seen the poll results on the video yet, we were finally able to get a task that we could do. We got a greater demon task. Thank you, Colby. Do you want to say anything to the people? Thank you. And there we go. There is our first task done from Chowdar in a very long time. We're up to 200 points. Only 100 more to go before we can get broader fletching unlocked, which would be an awesome quality of life update for us. Really be able to help us range when we need to, actually, on the account. Finally got our first superior. I've done a lot of tasks and hadn't gotten some, but most tasks that I get from tutorial are like 30 crawling hands or 15, cave crawlers or something like that. But what can we get from our very first one? 610? Slayer XP is very nice. We get some Cosmic Runes and some Pure Essence. Not bad. Nice little Slayer boost, though. That's pretty much the reason. Once we finish this task, this was actually a Chowdar task. We'll be up to 250 points. One more Chowdar task away from unlocking broader fletching. With this pick right here, we will be getting 48 farming. And as I mentioned earlier, because we are coming upon this level naturally, and we do have a very good way of getting watermelon seeds, and we already have like 400 watermelon seeds, maybe even more than that. We can now plant Wait. Oh, watermelons is at 47? Oh, that's my bad. Anyway, we can actually do watermelons now. I thought that was at 48. I don't know why I thought it was at 48, but my bad. Well, regardless, we've hit the farming level that we need to be able to plant watermelons, meaning we will need to get 95 or 90 plus a 5+ boost before we leave this chunk. Obviously, that is months down the road, and we're going to hit that level naturally just by cooking food from the Canifis store shop. So not really worried about that, but that is a cool level to get. We are aiming for at least 10 more levels, 58 for the Snape Grass. Now remember, we really only have 2 bush patches, this almond patch, and then the fruit tree patch in Brimhaven. We obviously do have 3 other tree patches as well, but those patches are pretty much useless to us because we don't have anything to plant in there, like, at all. So that's pretty brutal. This will be our final lizard slain on our last Chowdar task that we will have to do for our point boosting. There we go, 10 tasks in a row, 50 points with a total of 300 points. Let's head off to a Slayer Master and buy broader fletching. Let's do it. What in the heck is going on at Sour Hogs, bro? We start off the episode with a dragon spear, and now we get a rune spear here? I mean, cool. We might be able to use it somewhere, but that's odd, man. That's odd. Oh. Hi again, Colby. So I typically give my videos about 24 hours to breathe before I even go look at any of the comments or any of the votes on any straw polls that I put out. And I just looked at episode 18's comments, and there were actually a couple of things in here that I did miss. So the first one being is I do have access to a holy amulet now that I have the monastery unlocked. So we're going to go make that real quickly. It's going to be my best in-slot prayer amulet that I can have from here on out. And it's actually a really, really good shout because a lot of the times I'll just be doing like prayer suicide methods on the account. So this will give us 8+ prayer, like I said. So we'll get this blessed real quickly from the Edgeville Monastery. This is a nice upgrade to have. Plus the star, please. Thank you, sir. And then the other one was killing a lava dragon. Now, I completely goofed on this. I should have killed one when I originally unlocked the Vedion chunk, because I do have a small sliver up there in which I can go and kill some lava dragons. I believe the agility shortcut is in that area as well, but I already have the level for it, so we don't have to worry about that. And their drop table is already stuff that I do have access to. Again, the only thing that's sketchy on there is the dragon javelin heads, which I can't even use right now. So if you ask about the dragon javelin heads, we can't even roll those because we don't have Monkey Madness 2 done. So let's go kill a lava dragon real quickly and I guess complete that chunk too. So little did I know that the agility shortcut right here, you actually need the Wilderness Hard Diary for. So 1KC Visage? Actually, I hope not. Yeah, so we didn't get anything from that, which is all right. So that's basically it. I mean, there's our lava dragon killed. We can't even pick that up. I mean, if I brought telekinetic runes, cool, but it's all good. We killed one of them, and we have one more thing to discuss now. The third thing being is that I ran a poll, obviously, on episode 18, in which I asked if you guys were okay if I use Relica Slayer Caves. Now, the majority of the voting came back as yes. About 4 and 5 of you did say that you are good for me to use Relica Slayer Caves, and I think you're correct. I think that's the right way to go, and I think that's how it should be ruled. I mean, heck, even if this was an OSRS poll, we were over 75%, so I think we're good to go. I feel good continuing on with using the Ring Bling teleport, the Slayer Ring teleport, to get to the Relica Slayer Cave. So, this will be our first chance to start. We are not going to be point boosting from here on out. Well, I shouldn't say that because I don't know what the future is going to hold. I don't know if I'm going to want to get some other unlocks. So, for right now, for the foreseeable future, we're basically going to be using Chowdar to get Slayer tasks. And if we come across one of the 4 or 3 Slayer tasks that we can't do, we will go back tutorial, skip, and then just complete the continue the process. So, and if you are wondering, there are 3 or 4 tasks. I don't know about the 4th one, so I can't do fire giants, trolls, harpy bugs because I don't have access to where they are. And then on her wiki page, she says that she can assign worms, but I've been told by a couple people that only Konar can assign worms. If somebody knows in the comments, please let me know. I generally don't know because I've never done a worms task, so I don't know how that works. So without further ado, let's get our first real task from Chowdar, our main Slayer Master from here on out. What do you got for me? 152 cow fight. Very boring. Very boring. I'm kind of disappointed in you. As you can see, I have the most exciting task on the planet right now, a Molinisk task, $1 to every single person who's actually killed them before, and we actually ended up getting a nature talisman from them. Interesting. I thought nature talismans could only be dropped by creatures above ground. I thought that's how the rare drop table worked, is that the creatures underground dropped chaos talismans and then the creatures above ground dropped nature talismans. Unless this is on their actual drop table, that may be I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that. We may have discovered a bug. So the wiki states nature talismans tend to drop to those on the surface and chaos talismans tend to drop those underground. I guess this might be one of the very few exceptions to that rule. I don't know, that's odd, but that's cool to get. I hadn't gotten one before. Hey, finally, about 4 or 5 tasks in. There we go. There is our first Relica Slayer dungeon task. 159 jelly. So let's go kit up in our absolute max mage defense and head out to some jellies. Hopefully kill a couple of those dudes and have some fun, man. This is great. Let's head off to the Relica Slayer cave for the first time. I think there is a music unlock here, so I can prove that I've never been here before. There we go. There is the Slayer, and we are in the Relica Slayer cave for the first time. I do have my hard clue scroll with me for jellies. I think I may give it a shot for clue boosting. I may see if I can get another one that somehow is in my chunk. Also, this right here is the only other thing in this area that I potentially need to worry about. You need 81 agility for it. I have 80 already and can obviously get over it with an agility boost. If you guys do think that I need to grind out that level, the natural 81, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Being here is kind of a lucky me type deal, and if you think I need to be punished for being here, I don't have a problem if you guys want to see me grind out 81 agility for the natural level, so just let me know on that one too. Well, our first jellies task is done. That was actually a pretty nice task. Got 2 rune full helms in the long run, no superiors unfortunately. Also, we ended up not bringing back our clue because I am busy right now, and I'm pretty much just AFKing that task. So, but that's a nice first task to get done, honestly. Some nice cash as well. So hopefully we can get lucky with another one. A Turoth task or an Abby Specs task would be nice. Oh, I did get 60 Slayer, and I think I completely forgot to show it, or I don't even know when I got it. So there's 60 Slayer too. So we just finished a Greater Demon task in the wilderness. First of all, some of y'all PKers need to get hugged or something. I don't know who hurt you in life, but y'all are toxic sometimes, bro. Anyway, we ended up getting a Black Demons task, back-to-back demon task. So with this task, this is basically the only task that I am going to be ranging. Maybe we might do Turoth's range in the beginning as well, but it's a good thing that we have broader fletching, so we are going to end up making our very first broad bolts on the account and bring those 2 Greater Demons with us, because my current method for Greater Demons was awful. As I mentioned before, what I would do is I would teleport to home, restore my prayer. My home's in Taverley, run to the dungeon, kill about 3, teleport back, and repeat the cycle. So really slow. I think this way will be a good amount faster. So let's give it a shot. I'm not totally sure, but either way, this task is going to be 4 hours long. This task did end up taking about 3 hours, maybe 2 hours, 45 minutes. It was good for almost 25k Slayer XP, but honestly, I think if I get this, like if I have to task reset and then I get this task first, I'm going to reset again, because it's probably not worth it. It's a really long task, but definitely doing it with range is a whole lot quicker, so that's nice. Let's see if we can finally get a nice task inside the Relic of Slayer dungeon, like Turoth's. I'd be very happy with that. Why more Infernal Mages? You could get... okay, Infernal Mages now. Oh, heck yeah. Our first Aberrant Specters task. That is awesome to see. I'm likely going to be doing a prayer suicide method, in which I go there with full pray, teleport out, restore, back and forth until the task is done, hopefully. But that's awesome. This is going to be one of the best tasks for us, because they give us really good drops and some good alks as well along the way, so I'm happy to see this. Finish that Abby Specs task, and we are followed up by our very first Basilisk task. Now, I haven't killed Basilisks in half a decade, probably. I don't even know what their drop table looks like right now, but from what I do remember, it is a good task. First Basilisk task is going to be completed here. Not a bad task. A decent amount of cash, good amount of herbs, but the most important part of this clip is look at this absolute Chad right here. My gosh, 3rd age, is at the Nightmare Staff, and I wonder how much this man ran up his mom's credit card. His name also has 2010 in it, so like, is this kid 10 years old? What a Chad, bro. What a Chad. Ooh, nice. Our first Bloodfeld task. I will very likely look into extending those. Is there an extension for Bloodfelds? Yes. Bleed Me Dry. That's... alright. I will likely extend those at some point when I have a little bit more points on my hands as well. There's probably a few extensions that I'll be looking to get, like the Get Smashed one. Probably Smell You Later as well. But first Bloodfeld task, I'm happy with it. Also, if you are wondering, we do only have 1 block task that we can use. We'll likely use it on one of the 4 tasks that we can get assigned that we can't do. Probably either Fire Giants or Trolls, because those are the highest rollable ones that Chowdar can give me that I can't do. Ah, interesting. We just got a pair of black boots from Bloodvelds. I'd completely forgotten that they even had a boot drop. And yet again, we are beyond spooned on boots. Like, we've gotten all boot drops, which are 1 in 512 drops in like 50 kills a piece. I don't get it, but that's nice though. Nice little upgrade over the iron ones. Wow, Bloodfeld tasks are pretty darn OP. This took me no time at all. I know it was only like 114 of them, but also before I get roasted in the comments, I did realize that black boots and all other boots are 1 in 128 and not 1 in 512. So I'm just a dummy sometimes. Ah, sweet. Our very first real Turoth task. 125 of them. That will be awesome to do. Every single other Iron Man I've ever had on the game has just been absolutely spooned beyond belief for both the leaf-bladed sword and the leaf-bladed battle axe. So hoping that tradition continues. Unfortunately, we only have, well, I guess 3, but really only 2 real ways of killing Turoths. One is the leaf-bladed spear. Not going to do that. The other one is the broad bolts. So we'll take out the broad bolts, head out to them, and probably just use ranged until we have, you know, the leaf-bladed sword to kill them. Dang it. We got spooned on the wrong piece. I told you I'm an absolute spoon here at Turos. There is the Mystic Row Bottom Light, which is a 1 in 512 drop from these bad boys. We're making our way through the Mystic. I think we still have about half left, but that's good to see. Okay, we're about to make a horrendous and impulsive decision here. I just got assigned 166 rock slugs. You know what I'm going to do? Because I'm going to get assigned a lot of them. Slug Salter. Yep, I'm doing it. You know what? I don't care. We can get as many points as we want. We're going up to 85, maybe even 91. I'm sure at some point we'll talk about Cerberus. We're not going to do it this video, though, but that was stupid, wasn't it? That's okay. Oh, nice. There is 65 Slayer. Wasn't expecting that. And with that level, we can kill Dust Devils, which probably won't get to those for a year. Who knows? I mean, it's going to be a long time before we get to kill Dust Devils. Let's be honest here. Well, it's been about 2 or 3 days since I have recorded, and because we just haven't been able to do anything. But there is our second Mystic Row Bottom from Turos. We are at 400 kills with 2 of these, which are 1 in 512 each. Still no leaf-bladed sword. It's a nice alch, though. Good amount of cash. We are struggling for cash mightily because, as most of you guys know, I'm assuming most of you guys have done early game Slayer. There's like, oh wait, is that mine? Oh no, it's not even my superior. We haven't had a superior here either. 200 kills. That's really odd timing, actually. Okay. Hey, there we go. On kill 488. We were just under the drop rate. Kill 488 for our leaf-bladed sword. That is fantastic. I've run the numbers through a couple of DPS calculators, a couple different ways, and it does look like the leaf-bladed sword is actually best in slot melee weapon for us from here on out. Apparently, it is better DPS than the Dragon Longsword simply because it's a 4-tick weapon over the Dragon Longsword, which is a 5-tick weapon. Obviously, once we get the leaf-bladed battle axe, we will be switching to that as a main-handed weapon from here on out because that is a 5, I think it's 5-tick as well. I know it's 5-tick, but it is going to be our best in slot from there on out. So this will be our primary melee weapon for the next 3 Slayer levels. Yeah, we're up to 67 Slayer. Nice. Ah, sweet. Our first cock task. I love slaying a good cock. These should give us a good amount of limps, which will be nice for me. I think we also need boots from them. Sorry, this world is lagging so outrageously hard right now. I think we need a pair of boots for them. Might be steel. I'm not sure. Or we might need nothing. Look how badly this is lagging. This is horrendous. Oh my gosh. Why am I so outrageously spooned for everything that does not matter? There's a cockhead. Cool. We got a little cockatrice head. Typically 1 in 500? 600? 1 in 1,000. My apologies. And we got it on kill count 19. So sometimes it really do be that way, I guess. Yes, once again, outrageously spooned on yet another 1 in 512 drop. There we go. Mystic Boots, kill count 259. We're done cockatrices, so well, dang, if you can peep in the chat box real quick. We just hit 68 Slayer, but more importantly, 1750 total, which does unlock a new world for us. I can't believe how quickly we're actually climbing these total levels. I don't expect us to get too high on the Slayer grind. Maybe up to 1800, somewhere in that range, because we're only going to train Slayer and Strength and hit points the majority of the time. There's obviously a couple, you know, fletching and cooking we do need to get up along the way as well. So I'm not sure if we'll hit 1800 on this grind, but I'm surprised, you know, less than, I mean, like 1/5 of the world unlocked and already 1700 total. That's actually pretty incredible. Oh, Step Bloodveld. What are you doing? Oh my God. So we're in the middle of a Hellhound task, and I'm actually about to go to bed, so I wish I could finish it up, see if we can get any more, but we do have 2 hard clues right now that we can do. So, you know what? I'll just YOLO it, see what happens, see if we get lucky, see if I can actually finish one of these clues. I highly doubt it. It's like a 0% chance that we can't finish one, but we'll find out. Oh, hi, Colby. Oh, my gosh, boy. Well, it was worth a shot, but definitely both of the first clues I got after just no-goes. Oh well. Hey, nice. We got a Pyre Fiend task, our very first one, and of course we were spooned once again. 61 kills in, we get our steel pair of boots. This is the only place that we can get a pair of steel boots right now because the other monster that does drop them is Harpies, I believe, which we can't get to at the moment. Also, I don't even know if I recorded a clip for it. We did end up getting myth boots as well from Jellies a little bit ago. I don't remember if I recorded that. If I did, you'll never see this part. So I literally finished the last task with 6 XP until my next Slayer level. I swear to science, Chaldar, if you give me black demons, I will skip them. This is the perfect time to give me 18 cave slimes or wall beasts or something like that. 162 Turoths. I'll take it, but I really want to get started on Karasks literally as soon as possible. So what is she holding, by the way? Is that like a little battle axe? I've never noticed that before. Interesting. And one more hit should do it. Wow, okay, finally. There is 70 Slayer. Holy smokes. I wish we got the little chat box, but we can now kill Karasks, and I think we can do a couple other things. No, maybe it's just Karasks with level 70 Slayer, but that's all that really matters. Hopefully we will get a Karask task soon, because with that, we will potentially be able to get our new best in slot melee weapon. It is a 1 in 1k drop. If I don't get it, I may grind it out independently of a Slayer task. We'll see. I believe Chaldar is in the midst of a very poorly timed troll. So in my last 4 tasks, I've gotten Fire Giants. I canceled those against my better judgment, thinking there's no way she'll give me trolls right after this. Guess what? She gave me trolls. I canceled those. So then I got Blood Velds, went and did that task. Nice task, it was fun. Got a Rune Med Helm, 11,000 in and out, you know, pretty good time. Good Slayer XP. Came back here again. She gives me more Fire Giants. So you know what? It is time. I probably should have done this to begin with before I even canceled those 2 tasks before, because now I'm costing myself a whole heck of a lot more points. Fire Giants and Trolls are weighted the same for her to give. Either one I can't do. We have Fire Giants right now, so I'm just going to block the Fire Giants. They're weighted 12 on her list. I don't know what 12 means, but that's what they're both weighted as. So let's go ahead and block these. We're never going to get them again. The only one that is highly rated that we can get are the Trolls, which is unfortunate, but I was saving up to get the herb pouch, and we're now down to 380 points. We've gone through 160 points in one task. That is brutal. If you give me trolls, it will actually be the biggest troll. 163 Blood Velds, back-to-back Blood Veld task. You know what? Who's going to complain about that? I'll take them. Oh, nice. There we go. A Dark Mystic boot drop. I believe we had gotten the hat from these guys, but not the Dark Mystic boots. These are worth 103k on the GE? How? I mean, I guess they are the only creature in the game that drops these, and nobody kills Infernal Mages, but that's insane. We got both Mystic drops from Infernal Mages in 527 kills. The hat and the boots are a 1 in 512 drop each, so I guess that does make sense. So that's awesome to see. We did get it, I mean, slightly over the drop rate, but not really, so it doesn't really matter. But sweet. Nice to hear. Also, we are 15k away, or 14.5k now, XP away from 72 Slayer, which is our final destination level for this video, so that's also cool to see. Well, finally, we get our first Karask task on the account. Oh my gosh, this will be the last task that we need. We need to kill like 3 of them to get 72 Slayer, so that's so nice to see. I am just finally happy that we get a Karask task. I don't know how we've gone so long. Also, we're about to hit 72 Slayer. I've had 1 Abby Specs task. 1 of them. Doesn't make any sense. Not to mention, I've had about 7 Rock Slugs tasks as well, which is her lowest rated task, like the lowest chance that she could possibly give me is a rock slug task. I don't really understand Chaldar sometimes, but honestly, I don't care right now. We finally get a Cuirass task. Please give me the spoon here with a leaf-bladed battle axe very quickly. I'd be just thrilled with that. Well, I went to go grab a cup of tea, and I completely forgot that we were getting a Slayer level. So if you peep in the chat box right there, we just got 72 Slayer, which does obviously mean that we can now kill Wyverns. So we're going to talk about that after this task. Holy smokes, if I could get more Cuirass tasks, I would be a very happy man. We just got 300k from that one task. I don't think I've gotten more than 500k in all of my, like, 1 to 72 Slayer in between there. That is outrageously good. Let's head over to Wyverns and have a little bit of a conversation. So obviously in last episode, or maybe it was the episode before, I genuinely don't remember when we unlocked this, but we did unlock the chunk south of Port Sarim Jail. With that being unlocked, we do have the Asgardian dungeon unlocked as well by one chunk. Luckily we have it unlocked. Most of you guys know that Wyverns do reside in this dungeon in that little cavern area right there. What some of you may not know is that you actually need the Elemental Workshop 1 quest complete to have an Elemental Shield before you can get assigned them as a Slayer monster. Now, that will not stop us, because another little fact about the Wyverns is that if you stand outside this door right here, it will start a 10-minute aggro timer in which you can stand outside here, and then once that 10-minute... Oh, don't go in. Once that 10-minute aggro timer is up, you're able to go in and kill Wyverns to your heart's content without being aggroed, as long as you stay in that unaggro area. So we are literally going to sit here for the next 10 minutes, get them unaggroed, and then go in and sit here for quite a while. Obviously, Wyverns do have some pretty good drops across the board. Obviously, I'm assuming most of you guys have killed them at some point. A lot of what they can drop are really good alkables, some really good resources like pure essence and gems as well, some seeds too. But our primary drops that we'll be going for here are 2 of 3 items. So they can drop dragon legs, dragon plate skirt, and granite legs. We only need to get one of the 2 dragon plate skirt or plate legs. Either one will work simply because it's just a cosmetic switch right there. And then the other one is granite legs because that is a unique. It will be a pain in the butt having to do it this way, and I am sure that I will land on some sort of Chad spotting Discord or something like that at some point because of the gear that I will have to be rocking going in here. I mean, just look at the absolute Chad gear that I'll be wearing. A coif, not even an Ava's. We got the blue D'hide shield as well. It's going to be fun kind of doing this. I'm happy to have Wyverns unlocked because they will unlock a good drop table for us and potentially even get us a Draconic Visage, which I'd be very happy with. Honestly, I've killed 20 to 30,000 Visage eligible monsters in my life and have never received one, so if we could get spooned here, that would be really cool. I'm not expecting it, but, you know, fingers crossed. Before we finish this episode, I would like to finish it with a level that I've been working towards quite passively and quite hard for a long time. With this check health of the papaya tree, we will be getting 58 farming. Now, we can't grow white lilies with that, but that's not the point of this. With a 3+ boost, we can now grow snape grass. We had practically no way of getting snape grass before this other than eclectic implings, and this is going to be extraordinarily helpful for us in the future because now we can make as many prayer pots as we could possibly need for our Slayer grind. Very happy to see that. Alright, and this is where we are going to be wrapping it up. I did spend the past couple of hours at Wyverns and got really good loot, but nothing to show for it. I was planning on saving up all of my caskets for the end of the 85 Slayer grind to open them, but I realized that I'm not going to get any more caskets in between now and finishing this grind simply because it's just very, very hard to do clues. So let's just go ahead and open up all these caskets. The majority of them are from our time tutorial skipping before we end the episode. So we've got 17 beginners and 3 easies. So let's see if we can get any uniques. Oh my gosh, a Jester cape right off the top. Still nothing. Oh, there we go. Some frog slippers. I'll take those. And one last beginner. Anything to round it out? Oh my gosh, another Jester Cape. We are up to 3 of those. Those are some of the most expensive items that we could get. Also, if you didn't know, cabbages are pretty much the equivalent of getting a rare drop for a beginner clue. I think we got 4 of those in total, so rip. And then for our easies, I would take any of the god pieces I'd be very happy with. Let's see. Some purple sweets. Not bad. Oh my gosh. Master Scroll Book and our first Zammy page as well. That's actually really nice. And last but not least, another Zammy page? What? We have half of Zammy done in 3 easy clues. Okay. Nice. Well, I hope you guys all did enjoy. If you are new around here, as always, hit the like, follow, subscribe, go to the Twitch. I don't care. Join the clan chat. I love you all very much. And I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.